Good morning. I am here and looking very humanish for some reason. That is not right. There we go. It is 9:53 a.m. on Thursday, March 27th. I was just here 6 hours ago, and I'm up now to react to this Nintendo Direct. Hey, Ayla. How you doing? I am a little tired, and also work starts in, like, right after the Direct ends. So, I thankfully, I'm able to just tell them, like, look, I'm gonna be, like, 15 minutes late, and they're understanding about it, so we don't have to rush out of here, but probably not gonna be staying too long after the Direct. This is the Pat's pre-Direct ramble before this, and it was about cigarettes for some reason. Somehow this will relate to the Direct. I don't know. This could go anyway. This is Nintendo's final, like, hurrah with the Switch, so it could go any which way. Anyway, I have today with me a special guest. You may have seen him in chat. You may have seen his art. You definitely have seen his art because his art is currently my icon for the channel. It's my buddy Gyro. He's here. He and I are gonna react together, and I'm just gonna get him in here now because otherwise I'm gonna like awkwardly stumble over like an introduction. So wait, let me put this back up. I'm still not used to doing this. Hold on. There we go. Hey Gyro, you there?
Hello.
Hello. Might be a little low here. I can't really make it much louder, unfortunately.
That's alright.
Cool. Okay, could probably just turn down the music a bit. Alright. Meat Pog, oh god. Anyway, yeah, so we got Direct in like 5 minutes. How are you doing, and what do you think will get shown today?
Well, I guess I have a few expectations. I would love to see the rumored Kirby Planet Robobot thing.
Same. That's actually, like, one of the few Kirby games I actually have not played, and I know everyone loves Robobot. I've seen the whole playthrough of it, but, like, it's one of the few main Kirby games I've never played, so I'm, like, really hoping that's true, because I would love to stream that.
Yeah. It's funny, because even if you play that game on Citra, a lot of the game looks like it was made for something better than the 3DS.
Yeah, it doesn't work right on Citra. It's like the only game that I have that weird compatibility issue with. I don't know why.
Stuttery, yeah.
It runs like shit on Citra, and it says it runs well. Like the compatibility says it's like perfect. So I'm like, I don't know why this doesn't work right. But yeah,
it's weird. It does run smoothly, except when it's compiling new shaders, which happens whenever a new graphical element appears. So, like, the longer you play it, the less it stutters, but it still stutters a lot because that game has a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird that it's weird that it's just that game. Like, I've tried a bunch of like really intensive 3DS games on Citra, and I don't tend to have that issue with them. Especially, like, even, like, faster-paced ones, like Metroid 2. I played the whole game through Citra, and it worked fine. But, yeah, I would really like to see the long-rumored... Because they've been saying that's been happening for months now. That they were going to, like, announce it as, like, its own thing. I'm not I don't really expect much. I've been told, people are expecting, like, Prime 2 and 3, Metroid Prime 2 and 3, which I really want to happen. I think that's more people just wanting it. Ooh, that was a nice voice crack. People just wanting it over it, like, being confirmed done or anything. So, maybe that'll show up. I'm kind of hoping it does, to, like, fill in the gap before Metroid Prime 4, because I personally have not played 2 and 3. Yeah, same, Mila. I've only played 1.
Well, that would be kind of nice. I mean, since they spent all that time doing 1 remastered,
yeah,
it is kind of a possibility.
It feels like it'd be a waste to just, like, not reuse that engine for 2 and 3, considering how much work they put into it.
Yeah. Although they might, like, wasn't the thing that they might have done this to sort of practice for 4, quote-unquote.
Possibly. I mean, 4 definitely looks a lot better than even 1 remake did, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's probably similar engine. Holy crap, it's been forever since you were able to come by. Well, thank you for coming by. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
How you doing, Jamar?
Also, I'm gonna make a very out-of-pocket prediction here
Mm-hmm.
that has no basis in reality. New Punch-Out game.
I would love that.
Just because someone randomly mentioned Punch-Out, I'm just gonna make that prediction. I don't think it's actually going to happen, but Nintendo's weird, and literally no one is even thinking about this, so...
I would just take a port of the Wii version, honestly. Like, the Wii version in HD, because the Wii version's already great, and there's, like, no way to play that anymore. Meanwhile, every other Punch-Out game from arcade and console is on Switch, so...
Oh, yeah.
Been hearing people say they think UFO 50 might show up as a Switch release, which I think would make perfect sense. Definitely a very popular new indie title, and it feels weird that it launched only on PC initially.
Yeah. Also, we're about to start, so just rapid fire.
Yeah.
Both Deltarune and Silksong have reasons to believe that they might appear here.
Really? I feel like that's like a big swing. I do not expect to hear either of those.
Like, the devs for Silksong, or Hollow Knight in general, like, recently updated the copyright after, like, 7 or 8 years of not doing that. So, that's kind of where that comes from. And Deltarune has been almost done for, like, a while now.
Yeah.
And Toby has been mentioning it a lot lately, so...
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like it would be announced ahead of time, but I don't think it's going to be shadow dropped. If it gets announced, it's going to have a release date, rather than this be, like, showing up immediately. Hey, Celine. Punch Out with more than one new boxer. Hell yeah, Team Cherry.
Starting.
Yes, it is. Alright. Get that display capture up.
Alrighty.
Alright, the intro just ended for me.
Oh, same here.
Okay, so we're synced
Maybe
up.
slightly ahead, but that's better than me being ahead.
Hey, Neat Dreams, how you doing? Kind of excited for this direct. Me too. I you know, surprise directs are always fun, even though it wasn't really a surprise. Alright, DQ, I'm assuming this is 1 and 2, since we already knew about this one, but still good to see. Cool. Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry if I don't react immediately, because I'm going to be paying attention to the video first and foremost. I mean, everyone in chat. Obviously, Gyro, I have in my ears, so I'm going to hear you immediately.
Interesting to see this, like, not have the land be pixelated. Like a lot of the HD 2D games have been lately.
Yeah. Yeah, like, the environments are all 3D. Like, Live Alive did the, they did kind of 3D environments, but they still kind of had that, like, pixelated look to them. We have a release date for this, so... I was actually looking forward to... still no release date. It's just 2025. It's okay, Square, take your time.
Hello, everyone. I'm Shinya Takahashi.
How's the volume, everyone, by the way?
For today's Nintendo Direct. Today, we'll be providing information on upcoming Nintendo Switch games.
A little quiet.
We'll also have a Nintendo Direct for Nintendo Switch 2 on April 2nd. So please tune in for that as well.
How's this?
What you just saw was Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D Remake from Square Enix.
Enix.
Another character appeared at the end.
That was Enix.
What kind of adventure
Yeah, me
awaits?
too.
We hope you're excited for more information.
See, like, I'm excited for this, but I have no reaction to it because I've never played a Dragon Quest
Okay,
game, so it's like, I
let's see
don't
the
know what to
first
expect
battle
from it.
happens.
It's good now?
Same
Okay.
here.
Escape from dire straits.
Oof, showing the words no hope and then the letter X. Kind of, it's kind of on the nose.
Until oxygen 0.
Something about this looks a little like that Wait. Oh my god! I was just talking about this last night!
The Somnium Files series is stirring. You are Kaname Date.
Wait, and we're playing as Date again, okay.
Sophisticated AI called Aiba.
I was just thinking last night, when are they going to announce the third game?
Your mission is to track down Iris, an internet idol who has been trapped in a mysterious escape game.
I opened the stream last night with the ending theme to the first game.
Iris's whereabouts. Dive into a subject's dreams to reveal clues hidden deep within their psyche. And solve mind-bending puzzles in an explorable environment.
Oh, I don't have the chat open. I don't have the stream chat open.
You learn will bring you one
or the Nintendo chat open.
Just so many silly things, like someone typed in all caps, "Hello Neighbor 3."
Oh god.
No sleep for Kaname Date from
July, okay. Well, that's a July. That's the August game for me this year. I cannot believe that got announced today after I was just thinking about it. Oh, Raido Kuzunoha? Oh, they're opening with a lot of like very Devil Summoner.
A classic Atlas action RPG returns with remastered HD graphics.
Turn it up a bit more than lower this so I could hear you better.
Set in the capital city in the year Taisho 20, Raido Kuzunoha makes his living as an apprentice detective. But
so this is a remake.
Unbeknownst to others, he also fights alongside demons as a devil.
Only DQ game you've played lately is DQ Walk. You've played 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10 Heroes 1 and Swords. Wow, Celine. I've never played a single one.
Fight in real-time battles alongside demons.
Hey Karma, meowdy.
Work with your demons to strike an enemy's weak point. Then follow up with a powerful attack. Cooperation is the key to victory.
I had no expectation for a third Somnium Files game to be announced today. It was just sheer coincidence that I brought it up last night.
And their powers are helpful in finding solutions during investigations.
Okay, wait. I gotta like adjust the volume a bit more because you're coming in a little low. All right, that's better. Like, I'm lowering the video volume and then just raising my computer's volume to make it a bit more audible.
Remastered, The Mystery of the Soulless Army launches on Nintendo Switch June 19th.
Did you like the Kate set that had difficulty with the colors? Yeah, I loved it, Karma.
On Nintendo eShop.
Raido Remastered. They don't have the Shin Megami Tensei name in it, which is interesting.
Consume darkness. With your memories gone, you have been summoned to a strange, unfamiliar world.
Wait, is this the Pac-Man thing?
Oh yeah, Shadow Labyrinth, it is.
Known as Puck. But who is
so bizarre?
Stranger, moored in a mysterious, maze-like world? Your battle
Puck.
for survival
I can't believe
begins.
Dark Pac-Man is real.
I've heard the episode of the Secret Level this is based on is actually like interesting. I haven't seen any of it. I know some of it went over better than other episodes. Me when hungry.
His name is Puck.
The creatures inhabiting this world will prove hostile.
You hated the Secret Level ep. Oh, okay. I've heard mixed things about the Pac-Man one.
By consuming your prey, you'll collect resources
Yum. Nom nom.
that can then be used to enhance your abilities.
Game does look interesting though. It's a Metroidvania,
Puck's true goal,
which
and devour
usually
enemies
not
to
terrible.
survive this cruel world. Experience a dark twist on the iconic Pac-Man when Shadow Labyrinth.
I
launches
still
on
can't
Nintendo
get over
Switch
that.
July
It's
8th.
it's
Oh
very
my
silly.
goodness.
It's like the Bomberman redo that they did a long time ago.
The rhythmic march begins.
Patapon.
Patapon, yeah.
Remasters of Patapon and Patapon 2 are drumming onto
This is
Nintendo
interesting. This was like a
Switch
Sony only
one
series originally, wasn't it? This was like
Play your
PSP
drum
only.
to the beat and give different commands to the Patapon army. For example, Pata Pata Patapon advances them forward,
Take no
while
prisoners.
Patapon has them attack.
I've played a demo of the first one on PSP back when the PSN was still up,
Enter fever mode.
and I never actually played the rest of the game. My friends really like this though. PSP and PS4 later, yeah. This is a Sony property.
Build up your battalion to take on hordes of fierce foes.
That dragon's cute.
Plus, new
Big
features
mouth.
have been added, so you can advance to the beat of your own drum.
Definitely would need the attack
Patapons
guide.
and March 4th, when Patapon 1+2 Replay launches on Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, it is a Sony. It is Sony. It says Sony Interactive Entertainment. Wow, that's interesting that they just licensed the series out.
Welcome to Zephyr a cozy
Love a dragon with the big
place nestled
smoochable
in
mouth,
the
hell yeah.
windswept valley. This is where your new life begins.
Story of Seasons. Harvest Moon.
First cropping up on the Nintendo DS system, this immersive
Alright,
farming and
who's gonna
life sim
say
has
it?
no
Oh
shortage
yeah,
of
Farming
activities
Sims.
to get up to.
Yeah.
You must be the new farmer.
Although this is like a
Tend to
good
your farm.
series, right?
Yeah.
growing
Well, this is what Harvest Moon was, and then Natsume had the series name, but didn't have the rights to make the games anymore. So they make their own Harvest Moon games, which are nothing like the originals. While Story of Seasons is like the original series.
Market regain its former splendor.
It's kind of like how the Yakuza series changed its name to Like a Dragon, even though it's still
And maybe
technically the
nurture
same
a
Yakuza
relationship
games.
If you find that special someone.
I see.
Yeah. Only it's a different, like, actual publisher now.
Plus, taking advantage of
Breath of the
Zephyr
Wild.
can make travel and other
Can't have
Had to do it.
Yeah, can't have open area exploration without some sort of parachute now.
The winds of change
Although
are
I've only
coming,
seen
and
seen
your
it done
new
with
life on the
like
farm
an
begins when
overhead view.
Story of
Yeah.
Seasons
Hello Kitty
Grand
Island
Bazaar
Adventure.
launches on the Nintendo Switch system August 27th.
I mean, that game was also good, so there you go.
Please
It's
look
a mark
forward
of
to
success.
The latest entry in the Story of Seasons series. Next, please take a look at this.
Take a look at this.
Oh.
What are we looking at?
This might be a big one. Eh? What is this? Oh,
Prime 4, okay. Not ending with that this time. I thought for sure they'd be saving this for the Switch 2 Direct.
they might have something bigger at the end.
Oh, if this ends with the announcement of 2 and 3 getting the remaster as well, I'm gonna be really happy.
We're only a third of the way through the direct
Is
too.
the unknown planet
Yeah.
Gyros.
That's something I like, is that they don't tend to hang on a single game like too long anymore. At least if it's not like the flagship game. Like I can imagine this being like a 5-10-minute segment, but I don't think it's gonna be that long.
Transported to. Samus must scan stone figures and other relics to carve a path forward.
I like the little finger gesture.
Yeah.
She's not alone though.
Visor and stuff looks very purple. Was it like that in the other Prime games, or is that something new?
Waiting to strike.
I think that's new. I like the purple though.
It's also interesting just seeing like original suit after the last game had her in such a weird looking like white and blue like tendril suit or tendon suit. It had muscles all over it.
As she explores the planet, Samus is granted mysterious and ancient powers.
Yeah, it'll bring. Oh, wait.
Psychic abilities.
Oh, okay. Just straight up, she's just psychic now.
Powers allow Samus to operate.
That's why she's purple.
and to open
Or
doors. They also allow her to control the trajectory of her beams.
Ooh, guided.
Oh, cool. Oh, and it's like it goes like bullet time. That's neat. Oh, that's really cool. It's like the beetle from Skyward Sword, except
bestowed upon
probably more
Samus.
maneuverable.
She literally has the force.
Yeah. Also, Ayla brought up a really interesting point. This is still one of the earliest Nintendo Switch games announced. And it still hasn't come out after all this time.
And what will be her fate?
Yeah, this was announced when the same year Metroid 2 remake was announced.
Intertwining beyond
It was like
space
27,
and
28,
time
yeah, it was
are
2017.
beginning to weave a new tale.
Man, this is actually how it looks like on base Switch.
Yeah.
They put a ton of resources into this.
Well, I mean, given how Prime 1 Remastered looked, I'm not super surprised that they were able to make this look really good. But I also wouldn't be surprised if this ends up being like a multi-console release. Everyone's saying it is, and I honestly believe that.
I bet it technically looks like this on base Switch, but with like really low resolution.
Yeah.
It looks like even more challenges await Samus.
Karma.
We hope you're looking forward to exploring with Samus's new psychic abilities.
It's like, okay, but if this still takes place before the regular Metroid games, why doesn't she have the psychic abilities in that? That red suit looks hot. Yeah, it does.
Stir up some mischief? Once upon a time, there was a grab
Potionomics?
shop that transformed into a magical potion
Oh no,
cafe.
this is a Disney
As
game.
the newest potionista of the cursed cafe, you'll craft
Show
concoctions
me
for Disney villains
the White Rabbit.
and get to know them in a
This
new
is
Oh,
like-
this is villains.
Mix
Yeah.
ingredients to brew all sorts of strange elixirs. Then serve them to your villainous visitors,
See, I don't-
including Ursula and Gaston. With help
I don't dislike this on premise. I think it's an interesting idea. I also think this is very clearly going for a very specific indie game art style and vibe to it,
leading to different outcomes every
which is
time
weird to
you
see
play.
out of a Disney game. But then again, I mean,
What
the
mischief might happen. Disney
Disney,
Villains Cursed Cafe
that last
launches on
Mickey
Nintendo
platformer that
Switch
came out was
later
apparently
today.
really good. The one that was based on like the SNES game with co-op.
Summon a spellbinding adventure.
Okay, really weird to go from one potion thing to like another magic
Welcome
related
to
thing.
Witchbrook College, where students strive to master the magical arts. During class,
Oh, this is
use
the
magic
game by
circles
the
to perform rituals,
Stardew devs.
fly on brooms, and learn advanced techniques to go from witch in training to skilled spellcaster. There's also plenty to do outside of class. Hang out with friends at their homes.
Are you still there, Gyro?
Various jobs to
Yeah, I'm
help
here.
pay for
Okay.
tuition.
I couldn't hear you. I was
Just
like,
being a bit quiet. I guess I don't have much
Use
to
the
say.
spells you
yeah,
have
no,
to
same.
sell a
I mean, I know
ritual
people are excited for this because
Plus,
this is
up to 4
Chucklefish
players can
and
make
they
magic
tend to put out some
together
good
in
stuff.
online co-op.
I still have not
Yeah.
played.
Explore this whimsical world on the road to graduation and beyond.
There are other games.
This looks like the scope
Are
of
you
this.
ready for
It's
a
pretty,
spellbinding
or a lot
journey?
bigger.
Yeah. Oh, is this online though?
Enrollment
That's
begins
interesting.
When Witchbrook flies
It's got
onto
4-player
Nintendo Switch
multiplayer,
this
I think.
holiday.
That's what they said.
Action, adventure, and arcade
Sizzle
games
reel?
await.
This is probably like
Set
the.
off on a fantastical mission to eliminate
Not
a
quite.
mysterious deity. In this hand-drawn platforming adventure, you'll explore
Oh,
an
he did the
expansive archipelago
Scrooge
where
McDuck
nightmares
thing.
and
Yeah.
wonder
Oh, the
collide.
cane.
Upgrade your trusty cane with magical parts. Then use its abilities to find your own path through the
It's literally we don't have the Disney
Can
license, but
you
we wanted to
uncover
make
the
a
secrets the
DuckTales game.
archipelago holds? Find out when the
DuckTales
Eternal Life of
Remastered
Goldman
was
launches on
so
Nintendo
fun.
Switch this holiday.
I played that like a long time ago and
Celebrate the
completely
40th
forgot about it.
anniversary of Gradius with a collection of arcade shoot 'em up games from across the series. Titles include Gradius, Salamander, Light Force, Gradius 2, Gradius 3, and Salamander 2. Some titles come with multiple versions, including ones from different regions and launch years. Plus, take the helm in a brand new entry, Salamander 3.
Sure, why not?
Gradius Origins launches on the Nintendo Switch
It's
system
very
August
GBA,
2nd. Pre-orders
the
begin
one that's on
later
screen right
today
now.
on Nintendo eShop. Battle to the beat in Rift of the Necrodancer.
Oh, hell yeah.
Press the corresponding
Necrodancer
button in
is
each lane to
so
fight
good. I'm
monsters
terrible
in
at the
rhythm-based
original.
combat. Keep the cadence going with epic
But,
boss battles,
yeah, it's,
quirky minigames, remix stages, and global leaderboards.
I might be better at this
Plus,
one. Like
more
the original
musical
Crypt of the
mayhem awaits
Necrodancer
when
is,
the Select
you know, it's
Music
like a
Pack
dungeon
DLC.
crawler rhythm
And
game,
be
and I
on
just
the
wasn't
lookout
good.
for more
Oh shit,
DLC
Pepino.
in the future. Rift of the
Pepino spaghetti.
Necrodancer launches on Nintendo Switch later today.
That's not too surprising. I think that was already out in Steam for a while.
Let's see what's in store.
Wait, is that Tamagotchi?
Yeah, it is.
Welcome to Tamagotchi Plaza.
Tamagotchi?
That is absolutely not how that's pronounced.
No, it is not.
Polished pearly whites.
Actually, it might be. That might actually be the proper pronunciation of it. We're just so used to it being pronounced the other way. Because if it's Japanese, it is go.
I've heard literally no one.
Yeah, no,
pronounce it
same.
Tamagotchi until now.
Bandai Namco was like, say the name of the game, enunciate on it very properly. We don't want people fucking it up anymore.
More Tamagotchi, making the town livelier than before. With over 100
Yeah, there was no Parodius in the previous collection.
Business is
I was gonna bring up
the
the
Get ready to
Game
set
Grumps
up
video where
when
Aaron apparently
Tamagotchi
shits himself while he's
launches on
playing it.
Nintendo Switch, June 27th.
No sexy Parodius.
No. Forgot about that. Your Gamagori. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Ooh.
Pokemon.
Again, I'm predicting November, second Friday in November. That's probably just gonna be...
Welcome to Pokemon Legends ZA, a new title in the Pokemon series.
What was
You'll
that?
begin your
You
adventure
like
by
go.
choosing one of three
They were
partner
gliding on
Pokemon.
nothing.
Oh, they use their phones. Because in Scarlet and Violet, you're like, they have the Rotom phone, and it just kind of floats, so it could just save you from long
Lumio
falls.
City.
So it's just kind of what they're going with now for it.
And Pokemon to coexist. A company named Quasartico Inc. is carrying out an urban redevelopment plan. Here, we'll get a glimpse into the lives of the Pokemon and people of Lumio City. Scattered all over town are wild zones.
This is anything
These areas
new.
are special
We've
environments where
already
wild
heard about
Pokemon
this
can
the other
live
week.
comfortably, even within the city.
Though these are new areas we're seeing, which is kind of cool.
You can catch Pokemon here,
Heat.
but they might be hostile. If you sense trouble, get to safety. There are Pokemon that live outside wild zones too. Some of them can even be found on rooftops.
Whoa. Rooftops.
People and
Oh man,
Pokemon
it's where you bring the
live
Switch 2 to have your
lives in Lumio
party
City.
with your friends.
But when night falls, the city's aura transforms. Highly skilled trainers are invited to participate in a tournament. The ZA Royale.
Oh, this is new. We got this teased in the last trailer.
In battle zones.
Furfru. Crocodile. Yeah.
If you're spotted, they'll challenge you to battle.
I've just
Element.
sent it right out.
Yeah.
Strike first before
Rank
being
D. Oh, this
seen,
is
and you'll
interesting.
land a surprise attack.
You could just sucker punch your opponents. That's amazing. So it's
That's
just like
funny.
so it's literally just a PvP zone if you're in it.
And with Mega Evolution, some Pokemon can power up even more. You'll start at rank Z and work your way up to rank A.
It's a lot of ranks.
Yeah.
Trainers who reach the top.
Oh, is that what's
said
called
to
C
have a
through
wish
A?
granted.
Partially, but it's also just there's a couple reasons. The letter Z has some significance to the
Day
Kalos
and
region.
night are two sides to Lumio City.
Interesting. Okay, so
It
they're
seems
aiming
there
for
are
like a
even
different
more
kind of
secrets
feel with
waiting
this
to be uncovered.
from Legends
What will
Arceus,
you
which was
find
like
on
way more
your
just about
adventure?
exploration and catching Pokemon.
Pokemon Legends ZA launches on Nintendo Switch later this year.
I'm rank S for Stinky. No, I'm not Karma. Can we please have
In Lumio
Skuntank
City,
as our
where the
Pokemon?
game
Maybe.
is set, the aura transforms between day and night. It seems there are even more secrets to uncover. Please be on the lookout for more information in the future.
Yeah, it's weird to think this isn't the first Switch
Next,
Pokemon game with Mega
please take a
Evolution,
look at this.
but Let's Go had it all the way back in 2018.
Hello there.
Rhythm Heaven?
The
Yes, it
game you're
is.
about to see
I know that sound effect.
Ooh.
Oh my god, the
doesn't
summoning
have a
circle
big
worked.
epic story. But what it does have is lots of funny little rhythm games. You
TTS.
wanna see?
This is what is like enhanced Tomodachi speech.
Just press the button to jump through the ring.
I can't tell if it's actually speech synthesis or
I think it is.
voice
It
actor
sound
pretending.
the way the syllables are sounding out. That sounds like it's like the same engine that they used for Tomodachi Life.
But the timing is super tricky.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you could try it in time to a rhythm?
Funny circle men.
Yeah. Oh, we're Germa.
In this game, you might do almost anything, but you'll need to do it
I
in
have a
rhythm.
tutorial video just bouncing the Joy-Con.
With practice, you might even be able to play it with your eyes closed.
There are certain rhythm games in Rhythm Heaven I can play with my eyes closed. I played the series so thoroughly.
Get into the rhythm with a brand new entry in the Rhythm Heaven series, Rhythm Heaven Groove.
That's neat.
Next year.
2026.
Wow. Okay.
Was Rhythm Heaven Groove, a brand
Got
new
time to stream the other
entry in
games
Rhythm
then.
Heaven
At some
series.
point I want to stream
It includes lots of music
the
produced
previous
by
games in the
renowned
series. It's just
Japanese
really hard to
musicians
stream them correctly. They
What
don't
kinds of
stream
rhythms do you
well
think
or
you'll
emulate
hear?
well.
We hope you're looking forward to it.
That's the dude from WarioWare
Next,
Gold.
we have news about the use
The-
of digital games on your system. Please take a look.
One of the composers different because I thought he retired. Nope, Sunko's still credited. I thought he retired as
With
well.
game cards,
Okay.
you can put a game featuring Mario in this Nintendo Switch system
Yeah.
and a Legend of Zelda game in this one.
Okay. That's how
Freely
cartridges
inserting
work.
the games you have on hand into any system you want. But what if digital games could be as flexible and convenient as games?
Oh my god, Nintendo actually doing something good?
Here's what we came up with. Introducing the Virtual Game Card. In the future, virtual game cards can be used for digital games.
Oh, is it like an SD card that you put the game on specifically and then you can just move it?
Oh,
So it's like
that'd
not
be cool.
When purchasing the digital version of the game, it will be loaded onto your system as a virtual game card, allowing you to play that title.
Okay. This is absolutely for Switch 2.
Your digital games will be lined up as virtual game
Oh, yeah?
cards on a dedicated management screen.
There will be no mention of
Here,
the Switch
you
2
can
in this
load
direct.
and eject your virtual game cards and manage which games you can play on your system.
Okay.
If you have two Nintendo Switch systems,
Which you will
can
when you buy the
eject a
Switch
virtual
2.
game card from one and load it onto the second. Now you can play this game on the second system wherever and whenever you want.
Internet connection is required only when
just
loading
as if
or
you had
ejecting.
inserted a physical game card. With virtual game cards, you can freely load and arrange which games you play on up to two systems.
Up to 2.
Yeah.
Local communication with your second system is required, but only the first time. You can also lend out virtual game cards to your Nintendo account family group members. Connect to your family group member system via local wireless.
Wait, didn't
when
we
you want
already
to
have
lend
the
a game.
ability to play
Choose
our
the title
downloaded
you're
games
lending.
on multiple Switches on the same account?
And
Yes,
you're
but
lending
there
it to.
was a caveat that if you had a game running from another person's account and the other Switch went
And you're done.
online, it would
They
like
can now
boot
play
you out
on
of
their
it
own system.
or something like that. I can't remember how that worked. You had to
Only
be
lend
online
one
with
game at a
it.
time to a particular person. Games can be lent out for 2 weeks.
You need a constant internet connection. What wasn't your main? Yeah, exactly. So
Making digital games even easier to
so they're
use.
just kind of making it a little
Virtual
more
game
flexible with how it works. It's not like super advanced, but they're just making it like a fun little like additional
The
library
virtual game
now.
card feature lets you swap games between Nintendo Switch systems as well as to Nintendo Switch 2 systems.
I thought it was gonna be like a physical cartridge that you
that-
can move the games
This
to.
feature is planned to be added
Yeah.
via a system update in late April. Let's take a look at more Nintendo Switch games.
It is a little confusing, but it's just makes it more accessible, so I can't necessarily say it's a bad thing. Oh god, High on Life? No, no thank you.
Oh, here's the sizzle reel.
Yeah.
Guess we'll get one more announcement after this.
Star Overdrive. This looks like, that other game on Switch. Wandering Village. That looks cool. King of Meat. That's an interesting title for a game. Lose Lagoon. Okay. Not heard of any of these.
Ooh, frame rates.
Oh yeah, ooh. Fantasy Life I. See that Level 5 knows they can get away with a really poorly running trailer because people will buy this game anyway.
Uncover history once more.
Fire Emblem 4.
An HD remaster of Saga
Oh, no.
Frontier 2 is venturing on to
Another
Nintendo
Saga
Switch.
game. Square Enix loves
Meet
pumping these out.
The Royal Heir and Will the Explorer.
It's ridiculous how many Saga
Heroes
games
whose
they've
fates and
released
legacies will
on
intertwine
modern
across
consoles in the last few years.
generations in this
Like, it is
epic
their like
RPG.
most common release. It just gets overshadowed by all like this Final Fantasies and Dragon Quest
Experience
games.
the original story, along with brand new events that expand the vibrant world of Sondale.
The art style's interesting. It's kind of weird to see like this
More
pixel
characters in battle.
characters over it. Because it's not really
And
HD
transfer
2D or
stats
anything.
to allies through the parameter inheritance system. After finishing the main story, you can test your
Textures
mettle
look
and might against
weirdly
even more
upscaled.
powerful bosses.
You know, like nothing about Saga is the same.
Mysteries will you uncover through the ages.
One of my friends really likes Saga, but very specifically Romancing Saga
Frontier
2.
2
Not Saga
Remastered
Frontier, that's a different series.
launches on Nintendo Switch
Later today.
Whoa.
I miss the old voice the guy used to do.
Monumental adventures
It launches on
await.
Nintendo Switch later today.
Embark on peaceful journeys.
Monument Valley
across
1
the
and 2?
series of
Never
puzzle
played them. I
games.
know these
Wander
games
through isometric worlds filled with
get a bit of
stunning
praise.
landscapes to
I think
manipulate,
Monument Valley 1 is already
optical
out, right?
illusions to discover,
Why would 2
and
come out if 1 wasn't already
mystifying
out?
secrets to unfold.
This game is great,
In
yeah.
Monument Valley, lead the silent Princess Ida in her quest for forgiveness while outsmarting the enigmatic Crow People.
Crow
Crow
people.
people?
Different journey awaits in Monument Valley 2.
Caw.
Guide Ro in her adventure through motherhood as she and her child unlock the secrets of the sacred geometry.
Ooh.
Both games contain all their additional chapters, add-ons, and DLC. The
The
first
Crow people
two
look cute.
Monument Valley games launch on Nintendo Switch April 15th.
So it took this long to get on
Pre-orders
Switch,
begin
really.
later today on Nintendo eShop. And help Noor on her journey to restore the world's light in Monument Valley 3, setting sail on Nintendo Switch this summer.
Cool. Golf. Is this that one Capcom golf game?
A brand new entry in the Everybody's Golf series is driving onto Nintendo Switch. Aim. Time your button press just right.
I-
So we're already
and
over
take your shot.
time.
Yeah, well, they said approximately 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Perform
I'm
back
assuming
to
there's at least there's gonna
Side
at least be a big finish here because
and
this
other
is not
special shots.
this is definitely not a game to finish on. Ting.
In the single-player challenge.
Nope.
mode,
Everybody's golf
compete in
hot
tournaments
shots.
Yeah.
and face
Big
off against
final
a
game.
range of rivals to become the ultimate golfer.
Now.
In wacky golf, your shots
Wacky
will get
golf.
into holes or obstacles might fall. It's golf.
I have to
that's
play
not
that on
quite
principle that it's
par for the
wacky.
course. Up to 4 golfers can hit the fairway together locally. Or
The way that
in
guy was
play.
dancing, I was expecting the announcer to say up to 4 golfers can hit the
So
gritty at
just
once.
relax and get ready to tee off. Everybody's Golf Hot Shots lands on Nintendo Switch. this
Okay,
year.
now it's gotta be one more thing, right?
Oh, this is Sony. That was another Sony series.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Captain
Marvel.
Some of Marvel's greatest superheroes in the fight against evil.
Mavril.
Pair up 2 heroes from the roster of 15.
Oh, is this another? It's like another retro revival arcade game. Oh, cool.
And the
This actually looks
ferocious
pretty good.
Wolverine to take on the challenge. From close quarters combatants to aerial aces, you can mix and match a variety of heroes for an
Welcome
amazing
to
array of
die.
possibilities. And swap between your team of 2 at any time. Take advantage of your team's strengths to overwhelm your foes. Plus,
Decent amount of
up to
playable
4
characters.
players can assemble for local or online co-op play. The battle for the
Did you know there's a
fate of Marvel
free
Universe
Looney
begins
Tunes
when
beat 'em up based
Marvel
on
Cosmic Invasion launches
Space
on the
Jam, a
Nintendo
new
Switch
like
system this
Really? Oh.
it's on Xbox.
That was Marvel Cosmic Invasion, where you'll battle as a tag
Wait, who's
team
developing that
of
one? Damn it, I
different
missed it.
superheroes. Next is our last game announcement.
Oh,
Please take a look.
We were removing
Right, here it
Mario
is.
Galaxy from your Switch.
oh,
Kirby.
what?
No. Wait, what? What? Tomodachi Life. That's what.
Ooh.
Yep. Oh man, can't wait for Vinny to do like a 200-part series on this.
Refreshing.
I knew there was
Oh my
something
God.
up with when Rhythm Heaven was using those voices.
Duck.
Hiya.
It's funny that the moment Tomodachi Life living the dream.
Living the dream.
Oh, they're using like the
Oh,
old
boy.
logo for it too.
2026.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, you know what? I appreciate that Nintendo's going to be supporting the Switch 1 that far out, at least.
Did you want to talk?
Aw. Glad that was only a dream.
The Mii's are very cel-shaded.
That was Tomodachi Life Living the Dream.
New art
The
style.
first new entry in the series in over 10 years.
God, that's
In the
right.
trailer, we
3DS
saw
was
Mii characters living
2014.
on an island out at sea. What kinds of interactions do you think they'll have?
All hail the Virtual Boy.
We hope you're
Oh,
looking
here's the
forward to
cracker.
it. Thank you for watching today's Nintendo Direct so far.
Vinasauce's look-alike.
Our final announcement is something a little different that's not a game.
Oh, there's one more.
Ooh.
One more.
Here's Mr. Miyamoto to introduce it.
Oh, this is about the movie, isn't it? Movie 2.
Hello,
Mario
I'm
Movie
Shigeru
2.
Miyamoto. Thank you for watching today's Nintendo Direct. Since 2011, Nintendo Direct has delivered Nintendo news directly to you. And now, these presentations have grown into an event that many people watch. Thank you all very much. We'll continue to broadcast Nintendo Direct presentations, but we're also launching a new channel based on the concept of delivering information to you directly.
Oh,
This is a smart device app called Nintendo Today.
why do we need another app,
Daily
Nintendo?
calendar. In the app, you can view different Nintendo events. We will also be delivering all sorts of content about Nintendo games and characters every day.
If dinosaurs turned into what?
After the Nintendo Direct for Nintendo Switch 2 on April 2nd, news about Nintendo Switch 2 will be delivered to you daily and directly through the Nintendo Today app as well.
Oh, gatekeeping information to the
Nintendo
app.
Today will be available to download on smart devices later today.
Nintendo Today
like
available
a-
today.
Anyone with a Nintendo
We know that there's
can
no
use the app, so
viable
please try it
social
out.
media platforms right
Yeah,
now, so we're just gonna
exactly.
make
That's all I have
own
to
app.
share.
Oh my
I
goodness.
hope you enjoy using Nintendo Today.
You know what? Fair. On Nintendo's part, that is a very fair decision to make.
That's all for today's Nintendo
They want to
Direct.
keep it all friendly and
Yeah.
not
Thank you for watching.
get mixed up with any other stuff.
There's probably going to be like no social media integration through that app at all. It's just going to be like, look, this is just an isolated thing. Just keep this on your phone. Please don't check X ever, please. That was pretty interesting. Definitely more of a definitely a late system direct. Like
Yeah.
it was full of wacky shit, which is pretty much exactly what I would expect. Real quick before I say anything, hey V2, happy birthday! How you doing? And I am streaming early. I'm streaming the direct, or I was streaming it. I have to go pretty quickly here. I only have like 8 minutes till my leeway to log in at work is kind of gone. Time to add Sans to the Tomodachi Life. Yeah, as long as the Miitopia makeup, I'm happy. Oh, that's right. They better put the Miitopia like Switch version Mii Maker in the new Tomodachi Life game. That would be amazing.
Oh yeah, that just looked like normal me faces, didn't it?
Yeah.
I guess I'd have to analyze it more.
Oh, it just stopped. I was like, why did the screen just change?
Ooh-ah.
The two Sony things are weird to see. Yeah, I feel like Sony in general has been branching off more with their properties. I think they realize that there's no reason to not make extra money off putting it on some other systems. Wait, what? Did you say something?
Oh, I was just agreeing.
Oh. Marvel is being done by .emu and Tribute. Okay, that makes total sense. .emu is definitely the people I would expect to be making a game like that. Yeah, I mean, the biggest surprise, and again, this is solely because I mentioned it last night. I was talking to my friends about it. Somnium Files 3, definitely my most anticipated game overall. And I know that's kind of a niche. I know not everyone's going to be into that, but I love Uchikoshi's visual novel type games so much. They're always fun and always usually have like a fun twist to them.
The latest entry
I also wonder how
in
this is going to
the
work
Somnium
because
Files series is stirring.
generally games like this the Somnium File games involve like doing stuff like one-on-one with people, but this seems to be more of like a rescue mission game. So I'm wondering if they're going to incorporate more of like the Zero Escape, like escape room type stuff with this. There definitely seems to be some sort of like alien bullshit going on, which isn't new to that series. So I'm very curious about what it's going to be like. Patpon also just works better on a handheld. You should try those games, huh? Yeah. I've played the demo of the PSP one, of the first PSP release, and it was fun. Just never really had the drive to play the whole series. Yeah, I can't say there was too much else that I'm... I stopped on the frame of the one Tamagotchi or Tamagotchi getting their teeth cleaned. It looks like a bad mobile game, like one of the like Elsa teeth brushing games or whatever. No Prime 2 and 3, yeah.
Mobile.
No Prime 2 and 3 is weird. Pokemon. Yeah, I don't know. Not a ton here for me, which is fine. I don't need a ton more games to play. I'm good with Rhythm Heaven and Somnium Files. And whatever Tomodachi. Again, though, really weird. Rhythm Heaven and Tomodachi Life are both going to be 2026 games. I'm wondering if they'll get like a Switch 2 like enhanced version, like from the get-go, if that's the case. Tamagotchi, yeah, there was a Tamagotchi like kind of, I think it's like a raising sim. Oh, that's loud.
Welcome to Tamagotchi Plaza, a brand new entry in the Tamagotchi Connection series.
Oh, it's a Tamagotchi Connection game. Okay.
Galore. Design glasses at the eyewear shop.
Wish for more Mystery Dungeon games or Pokemon Ranger. Yeah, I know. The problem is that I think what is it? Game Freak doesn't want to do spin-offs anymore because now they have the mobile phone games to act as their spin-offs. So it's like they just don't see the point in putting the effort out, I think. Mystery Dungeon, I think they do, but like Ranger, Troze, all that stuff, I don't think they're ever going to revisit that at this point, unless the mobile phone industry just crashes.
It's funny because mobile games have been sort of heading to higher quality games.
True.
But
you pretty much could just get full games
go a
now.
lot faster. It's crazy too, since most phones are way, way, way more graphically capable than the Switch at this point.
It's just like you have a game running on the problem is like it's usually just component, like just not being able to handle running a game for too long, like your phone getting hot and overheated. I mean, the same thing happens with the Switch. If you play certain games on that for too long, your back of that thing heats up.
It's funny. People have done experiments on the Switch to like really see how far they can push it without it overheating. You can literally take the fan out completely.
Oh yeah.
And it won't overheat as long as you're not in like a hot area.
I've seen people like put it under like multiple blankets and have the fan running on it at like max, and it still doesn't get too hot. It's really funny though because I have seen there is like an actual warning that can pop up where it shuts down if it gets too hot. Specifically, if you're playing it docked while like the dock is against a wall where the ventilation can't like exhaust, the Switch just overheats in the dock, and then it just shuts down. New Sheer and the Wanderer came out semi-recently. True. I have a bunch of Mystery Dungeon games I haven't played yet. I have the Chocobo Mystery Dungeon game on Switch, but I've just never played it. And I have like 2 other Pokemon Mystery Dungeons I've never touched.
I've heard the Everybody Chocobo Mystery Dungeon game is pretty difficult, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I personally find Mystery Dungeon in general to be difficult. It's just not really my genre. I definitely had a hard time with why do I keep doing that stupid noise in my mouth? I did it again. I had a hard time with the original and with Explorers post game especially. Like the base game for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is usually easy, but once you get into the post game, the difficulty kind of starts jumping up pretty quickly. Okay. So I can't stay too much longer here. How did you feel about it, Gyro?
At least for me, there was nothing in particular that, like, blew my mind or anything. I mean, it was a fine little thing, especially for, like, a Direct that is literally less than a week
from a new console.
The big Switch 2 reveal.
I wonder if maybe they're saving Prime 2 and 3 as, like, a Switch 2 thing, just to show off how good it's going to look on there. And then they'll be like, Metroid Prime 4 also enhanced for Switch 2. And it'll just be kind of like a triple release over the course of, like, a year or something.
Yeah, like, it's weird, because with the Switch 2, I imagine they're gonna want to have at least one thing that, like, blows their minds with how good it looks compared to Switch 1 stuff. But since this is, like, a system introduction, there's actually a chance we might not even get that much in terms of new games, but I'm not sure.
I feel like that. I disagree. I think that a majority of the focus. I think that like it's gonna be like half and half, because I don't think there's gonna be a ton that they're going to show off regarding the actual system. I think that at its core, it's just going to be the mouse mode. Because I feel like that's the only real new gimmick they're going to add to it. Like, everything else is like, yeah, the Joy-Con snap in now instead of slide in. But, like, you know, how long are they going to stay on that point during the presentation? We don't know how long it's going to be, do we? Like, did they say the general length of...
I don't know, actually.
Alright, that's worth looking into. Definitely going to be here next Wednesday for that. That's gonna be at 9 in the morning though. I have to wake up another hour earlier. I'm gonna have to go to bed early the night before.
To rest your big butt.
11:30. Okay, it's 10:46. All right, so I'm good here. I'm back and logged into work, and I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I think it was an okay Direct. I know some people are gonna be like, oh, no Zelda. No Metroid 1 and 2, terrible. I thought it was good. It's interesting how many good games they're saving for next year at this point. Like, I'm just the Tomodachi Life and Rhythm Heaven being 2026 releases is very funny to me. Raido looks interesting. Again, I've not played the original. Shadow Labyrinth looks silly. If Shadow Labyrinth is good, I might consider playing it. Just because it looks silly just on premise alone.
It kind of makes me wonder how much cross-generation stuff developers are going to be doing, because I do think that this is very much like an Xbox Series S versus X situation, even though it is like a new generation of system, which is a bit different.
Yeah.
But also the Switch is just so low power compared to most things now. It's probably going to take extra effort just to optimize for that if they want to keep doing that.
Yeah, I think, I definitely think that there's going to be, some quality dip in Switch 2. Like, it's definitely going to be a step up from Switch 1. It's probably not going to be on par with, like, PS5 and, Xbox.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
What's the newest Xbox? I actually don't remember. Is it Series X?
Series X.
It is, okay.
Yeah.
I did not...
Actually, everything's an Xbox.
Yeah. I have no idea what that marketing thing's about. It's because, like, you could play it on PC, which is great. But from what I've learned the last couple months, PC is, like, not always the best option to go with because Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has definitely not been running optimally on my PC. And then I watch people playing the PS5 version, and I'm like, I kind of wish I had a PS5 so I could have that buttery smooth 60 FPS.
Oh yeah,
It looks so much smoother on PS5.
that is more of an issue with optimization than the actual power of PCs, which is very unfortunate.
I think so, but I also think my PC is just kind of showing its age. It's definitely, because I got it in 2019, and back then I was like, okay, I'll get a better GPU. I got an RTX like 2060 or 2070, whichever was the second newest at the time. And I'm like, this will future-proof it, but now it's 2025, and it's like, okay, yeah, this isn't going to last as long as I thought it would. And people are like, yeah, 6 years is great for a PC now, and I'm like, is it? I kind of don't want to be replacing it, like a $1,000+ PC, like every 5 to 6 years. It seems a bit excessive. But I mean, also, it's just, some people just upgrade individual parts, but then, like, you're also paying, like $1 million, like $1,000 for a new GPU already, so it's like, at that point, you might as well just get a new PC anyway. You're probably going to be paying less combined for every other part compared to the GPU.
Yeah. What I do is I wait for like major generational jumps and just get mid-range everything.
Yeah. Just wait for the newer stuff to become cheaper, and then if you stay one generation behind, you never have to pay too much.
Yeah. And lately there's been no meaningful generational increases for the past like few years. So hopefully we get like a good one in the future.
I mean, that's kind of going back to the Switch 2, that's kind of probably the main issue there. It's just like, it's going to be a jump up for Nintendo, but like once people have it in their hands, I think people are going to be like, oh yeah, it's kind of just a better Switch and not really anything groundbreakingly like a leap up.
I think it'll be very substantial of an increase, but it probably will start to show its age
Quickly.
in the next like
Yeah.
few years. But it's still gonna be like a lot better.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it's going to be a better system overall. And it's like, I am absolutely not passing it up because I have a launch day Switch and that thing is literally falling apart right now. I have like pieces of plastic are just like falling off of it randomly. Neither of the Joy-Con rails like detect the Joy-Cons properly anymore. I have to like slide them in and out like 3 times every time I turn on the system for them to actually like stay recognized. And it's not the Joy-Con, it's the actual like connector on the rail that's happening with for some reason. I think they're just like...
Oh, that's weird. Because isn't the rail metal? Like, usually the failure point is the little plastic, like, nubs that keep it in.
Well, my left Joy-Con, the nub actually broke, so it just slid in and out. No, but I think the actual, like, the pin connector... Not the pin connector, but the board at the bottom of the slide that's, like, inside the metal, I think it's just, like, scuffed up from years of use. So it doesn't recognize my Joy-Con as easily anymore.
Oh, man.
And I tried getting...
It's funny.
I tried getting new Joy-Con, and it actually... The issue still persists. So it's not the Joy-Con connector, it's the Switch itself. Karma says, you sound like how you sound like how he imagined your Sona would sound like. Nintendo has to keep their promise for gay marriage in Tomodachi. Yes, please. Toony and silly.
Thank you. I like being a silly guy.
Karma said he's going to bombard you with fan art. He's very excitable, but he's a fun little guy.
Yeah. Also, I want to say it is funny because the Switch 1 was kind of a rush job because they really wanted to get away from the Wii U. So like Tegra X1, like big bulk off the shelf thing. My launch Switch, even right out of the box, had a lot of extremely weird issues. Like the screen on the unit is slightly tilted.
Oh, weird. I had
and
mine had like an issue where it was like flashing a few times when I turned it on.
No.
Like the screen was like constantly refreshing itself in like a very rapid way. Thankfully, that
Oh,
didn't
that's not
persist. That fixed itself after a couple days or so.
Oh, well, I'm glad it fixed itself.
Yeah, well, no, it just
Ooh,
stopped happening. Like, it was something. It happened specifically like the first week I had the Switch, and
I gotcha.
thankfully it just fixed. I know the Pro controller was also a big, kind of like, not buggy, but like the D-pad did not work right when that first released, and you had to send it back to Nintendo to get it fixed.
Mm.
The Joy-Cons had some issues with the wireless functionality, which I think they actually patched. Like, they managed to like actually fix that on software-related issues rather than hardware. But I do remember people like were like, if you put like a piece of foil in your Joy-Con, it'll detect it'll get synced with the Switch better. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, I remember people mentioning that, how like the internal antenna was like blocked by something, which
Yeah,
made the signal weaker.
it was like like another component in the Joy-Con would just like block it, so the signal wouldn't be as strong.
Mm. Yeah, I still have my launch Joy-Cons, which actually have a lot stronger HD rumble than newer ones, apparently. But also, like, my launch Switch also has this funny thing where, like, the plastic seams where the back and front of the outer shell come together, it looks like someone just took, like, a soldering iron to it and just, like, melted. Like, they were trying to find a way to keep it together or something. It's really bizarre. I've only seen it, like, on my unit.
Yeah, it's a wild time. Hopefully, the Switch has been subject to like a lot of hardware like issues and stuff over the years. I'm hoping that Nintendo at least like took the fact that we skipped the Switch Pro to get the Switch 2 to like refine the hardware so it's not having an issue. I know everyone jumps to
Oh, yeah.
Joy-Con drift like immediately, but like I just hope that like we're seeing a more sturdy unit all around. That'd be really good.
I feel like they had to have put Hall effect sensors in there. Like, I feel like they don't want to deal with that nightmare again, and they pretty much successfully, like, dodged any responsibility somehow for
Yeah, I mean,
knowingly selling, like, broken hardware.
I don't even think it's knowingly selling it. I think what happened was they probably had it happen once or twice during like testing, and they were like, "Well, it's a very small issue. It probably won't come up a ton." And then like once they had the system in millions of people's hands and they're playing it for like 20 hours a day, then yeah, the Joy Cons are gonna wear down quicker, and it's like, well now we have a problem.
Yeah.
This virtual
That's
card
the
is
thing, though, is
still
that, like, this became apparent that it was an issue, like, a year or two
yeah.
afterwards, and it's been known that the failure rate of that component is virtually 100%, but they still kept selling it for, like, years and years and years.
Yeah, and it's still overpriced as hell.
Yeah.
Is it?
So
Did they
that's kind
lower
of
it to
where
like 60 or is it
Mhm.
still 70 for like two of them? I can't remember.
I thought it was 80 for two of them.
Oh God, it'll be the Joy-Con 2 will be 80. Um, yeah, the virtual game card thing. I have no like. It's cool that they're doing that. Of course, it's going to be very convoluted because like it's like from the looks of it, you actually have to like manage which game is on which Switch. So it sounds like they're getting rid of the idea of like primary and secondary Switch, and instead of having it be like, okay, you own these two Switches, select which games you want on one Switch, select which ones you want on the other Switch.
Mm.
So that's a bit more versatile. It still feels a little confusing, and I'm sure Nintendo will end up putting like 3 different tutorial videos out on it, like they do with Switch Online every other year, where they're like, here are the benefits of Switch Online, and they like update the graphics to just include like 1 or 2 new things like every few years. Features basically GameFly, if you remember what that is. Yes, I do. But kinda. I mean, you're just transferring over the games that you already own between systems. So, I don't know. It's something. It's a step in the right direction. Just like Rhythm Heaven
It's kind of
Groove.
confusing.
Oh man,
At least currently.
yeah. This was the case with DS Download Play as well, really. Well, I mean, that's kind of the extent of my thoughts on this. There were some cool games. A lot of stuff that are, again, a lot of remasters, a lot of ports. Patapon, Raido. We got some more Legends information. I'm surprised we got as much Legends ZA information as we got, because that feels like it feels like we got more from this direct than we did from the Pokemon Day Presents.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess this was just more info instead of the reveal.
Yeah. EP Fox, remember to say... what? Like how Legend ZA is making fun of the trainer line of sight mechanic. Yeah. Oh, wait, that's right. I want to just check that again real quick about being able to, like, sucker punch the trainers.
Work your way up to rank A.
They don't know how to turn around.
People and Pokemon live easygoing lives in Lumia.
Yeah, like, I'm really curious about that.
Are invited to participate in a tournament.
Furfru.
If you're spotted, they'll challenge you to battle.
Oh yeah, wow, you just get right into it, huh? If they see you.
Strike first before being seen, and you'll land a surprise attack. During battles, using a super
I do wonder how hard they'll make it to have your Pokemon, like, physically dodge.
Yeah, I'm wondering about that too. I'm wondering if maybe different Pokemon have, like, different dodge rates. Because, like, right now I'm looking at the scene of Diggersby fighting a Binacle, and it just made me think of oh, it's weird, like, oh, because he dug underground. Okay, never mind.
With Mega Evolution, some Pokemon can.
It makes me think of, like, Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth. Like, Barrett in that game does not dodge very well. He'll, like, roll like 2 feet, and he every time I try, I'll never dodge an attack. It always hits. Tomodachi Life.
They'll probably try to balance everything by, you know, if you attack, it locks you into, like, finishing your animation.
Probably.
That's how they'll make it kind of fair. But
oh god, the literal Dark Souls of Pokemon. You have to commit to your animations. Because that's a huge part of Dark Souls' gameplay. It's like when you make a movement like a dodge roll, there's a lot of startup and ending to that animation, and you have to wait for the whole thing to play out.
Oh, my goodness.
Literal Dark Souls Pokemon. People were screaming when they saw Rhythm Heaven. I was very excited for it. The second I heard the little sound effect of the text moving, I was like, oh, that's Rhythm Heaven. Absolutely Rhythm Heaven. I hope people don't think that that's AI voice. I'm pretty sure that's just the same text-to-speech that that Tomodachi Life uses, which is really interesting because I don't think Rhythm Heaven has really had voice acting in it before. Like, they've, outside of the songs, I don't think there's been, like, actual, like, talking. So that's interesting. I wonder if the whole game's gonna be like that. I think she did mention game you're about to see.
About to see. Oop.
Oop.
Doesn't have a big epic story.
Okay, so it doesn't have a story, which is interesting because the last Rhythm Heaven game, Megamix, actually did have a story that kind of connected all the areas and games in it together. So it's weird to see them go back to, like, the original style, but at the same time, I mean, Rhythm Heaven doesn't really need a story. It's just a good game. Visually looks kind of off. What, Rhythm Heaven? It looks different. I feel like it's a different. It might be a different artist and not the same guy who constantly draws fan art on Twitter that used to do the art for this game.
You could try it in time to a rhythm.
I mean, that looks off, but like this looks like proper Rhythm Heaven. Big dark outlines, very simplistic shapes.
Get into the rhythm with a brand new entry in the Rhythm Heaven series.
It's also partially just the transition to HD.
Yeah.
Usually thinner lines and smaller elements are just typical of that.
Co-developed by TNX. Wonder what they've done. Let me see that. That's interesting. TNX Games. Oh, they've worked on other Rhythm Heaven games. In fact, they've worked on the entire series. Okay, so they know what they're doing. All right, that's cool. All All right, it's after 11 now, and now I'm logged into work, but I'm just kind of just sitting here. I actually have to go to like a meeting, like a training meeting, for some other employees in like another 20 minutes. So I should probably wrap this up. Did you have any final thoughts, Gyro?
Nothing in particular, I don't think, but it's been really fun hanging out.
Yeah, of course. If you want, we could do this again for the Switch 2 Direct next week.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Be up that early. That's also, yeah, it's even earlier for you. That's 8 in the morning, isn't it?
That's fine. I can always get up for these things.
Yeah, same. I'll always roll up for the Nintendo Directs. Cool. All right. I think this was a fun Direct. Definitely a fun little experiment. I don't usually do these like co-op streams, so this was fun for me.
Hooray!
Yeah, and we'll definitely do this again. And yeah, I had a lot of fun here. I not really gonna. Don't see any point in ending the call before I end the stream because it's like we're stopping anyway. Anyway, I'll be back tonight, probably normal time. We'll finish Donkey Kong 94, do more Final Fantasy. I'll try to start early enough that we do some substantial Rebirth tonight because I know we're last night kind of fell very behind thanks to just not playing it for too long. Night, y'all. Oh, that's right, Karma. It's 11 at night for you. Damn. Karma, stop calling people smelly. Okay. Thanks so much for coming on, Gyro. I really appreciate it. Love spending time with you.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks everyone who came by and reacted to the Direct with me. Again, I know this wasn't the most clean reaction to it, but it was fun. Before I go, I'm going to raid someone. Bluebird Breeze, who I usually can't raid because they don't stream this early, or they don't stream when I'm streaming. They're streaming right now, and I think this is like a perfect time to give them a raid. So stay hi to them. They're awesome. Take care, everyone. I'll see you tonight if you're around. If not, I will see you probably next week at some point. Take care, everyone. Y'all have a great evening or afternoon or day.
See you all later.
Yeah.